Welcome back. We're going to work on exercise 1, which is linked to walkthrough 1, applying classes and IDs to your HTML document. All the instructions again for this exercise is right below our video. So of course, as usual, our first step is open in brackets, open in our project folder in the inclusion folder and drag that into brackets. I recommend this vertical setup. And to do that, click here, hit vertical split. We're going to open our HTML here and our CSS here. It's already open for me. Let's open my CSS file. And again, per our instructions, we're going to start adding divs and spans to our website. We're going to start with divs and spans. The first div we're going to add will be around our h1 tags with their name. So we're going to write div. And we're going to wrap these tags within the div. Then we're going to give it a class of name. First div tag done. The next div tag will be around our footer. We're gonna start here, have our opening div tag, and have our closing div tag right behind UL. I'm gonna select line 70 through 54, and I'm gonna hit Command and the little brackets below the curly ones, and we'll move it over to the left. And I'm going to give it a class social media and hit save. And we already added span to our first and last name in our footer in our previous lesson. Next, we're going to move on to IDs. In H1, we want to give it an ID of logo. In our first section, we want to give it an ID of about, because it's our About Me section, just so we know which section is which, so we can identify the section. We're going to give this section an ID of video. And then for a selfie, we're going to give it an ID of selfie. And that's it. We're done with all our IDs. Next, we'll be adding our classes. So the first class will be this very first div. We're going to give it a class of container. Next, because these sections tags contain content, we're going to give them a class of content. And notice we can have IDs and classes in the same HTML tags. And our last class will be for our homepage link. We're going to give it a class of active. Now we're going to hit File and Save, Command S, Control S on Windows. We're going to preview it. Again, there will not be any design changes yet, but we'll see all these new IDs and classes are now added. And when you see data brackets ID 17, ignore that. Ignore all the data brackets. This is because brackets is injecting this extra code in your HTML file, so don't sweat it. So great job. We've added all our classes and IDs and structured or divided our page with divs and spans. In the next exercise, we're going to be styling our page.